Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Belle again. So today, we're going to talk about Trump losing the D.C. National Guard fight. A federal judge has ruled that Trump and the Department of Defense unlawfully deployed troops to D.C. So you can add D.C. to the list of places where a judge has declared the deployments weren't in bounds. Judge Cobb wrote a 60-something page ruling going over the problems with the deployment in detail. But a key part is, quote, "The court rejects defendants' flyby assertion of constitutional power, finding that such a broad reading of the President's Article II authority would erase Congress's role in governing the district and its National Guard." That answers one of the big questions. When we first talked about this, we talked about how D.C. was different than other locations because it's all under federal control. And the president obviously has more leeway on federally controlled land than in other places. The question observers had was whether the courts would treat D.C. more like a state or more like a military base. Judge Cobb said, quote, "At its core, Congress has given the district rights to govern itself. Those rights are infringed upon when defendants approve, in excess of their statutory authority, the deployment of National Guard troops to the district." So basically, what it's saying is that Trump needed a request from D.C. authorities for the deployment. The judge also said, quote, "The court finds that the district's exercise of sovereign powers within its jurisdiction is irreparably harmed by defendants' actions in deploying the guards." Beyond all of that, the judge seemed to have an issue with Trump bringing in National Guard from other areas. The deployment seemed to be planned to run until the summer of 2026, but that's uncertain now, especially since the judge expressed concerns about the deployment becoming permanent or enduring. D.C. Attorney General Brian Schwab released a statement saying, quote, "From the beginning, we made clear that the U.S. military should not be policing American citizens on American soil. Normalizing the use of military troops for domestic law enforcement sets a dangerous precedent, where the president can disregard states' independence and deploy troops wherever and whenever he wants, with no check on his military power. This unprecedented federal overreach is not normal or legal. It is long past time to let the National Guard go home to their everyday lives, their regular jobs, their families, and their children." The order is stayed until December 11th, so Trump can appeal this one too. But if this stands, it looks like it's time for the troops to pack up their reflective belts and get ready to go back to their normal lives. I doubt many of the National Guard troopers were looking forward to policing up trash and doing beautification projects over the holidays, so it's unlikely they'll complain much. Anyway, it's just a thought. Y'all have a good day.